Hi, this is Mrs. Young. Today we're going to talk about your Computing Innovations project, and I'm going to show you some sources where you can get some really good information. We're going to talk a little bit about citations as well. So I want to direct you to the Avon High School library page. So we can go to Select a School to get to the high school page. And once we're at the high school page, it says Media Center on the gold bar in the middle, so we can click on that. And then the next page is actually, that's the school page, but I have a Google site where I do everything through, so you're going to click on that blue in the middle where it says please click here for the Avon High School Library website. Once you're at the library website, we're going to scroll down under where it says Academics, and we're going to click on All Available Databases. Now just a reminder, a database is a product that we pay for you to have access to. It is not searchable by Googling it or using any other kind of search engine, since we do have to have a username and password to access the information in it. If you do have a personally owned computer, or you're at home, if you click here and use your school login and password, it will tell you what the access codes are to get into each of these. If you're at school, on a school laptop, all of these should be accessible to you without any problem. First place I'm going to take you to is Science in Context. And when I was researching the different computing innovations, I really found that the Science in Context had the best information for you. So we're going to start there. Again, if you're using a computer, a personally owned computer, or or you're at home, your password's going to be Nova12, Nova, which is Avon backwards, and then 12. And we're going to just use the search term GPS. When I put in GPS, you can see that it does do GPS tracking, GPS receiver. I'm just going to go ahead and press enter and just stick with GPS, and we're going to see what it comes up with here. So let me show you how this is set up. When we've done GPS, it will tell you reference information. Now, if you look here, there are 38 articles, and reference means it's going to be kind of a topic overview. It's going to tell you everything you need to know about this to get started. It's going to assume that you don't know anything about the topic at all. So we can see here we've got Global Positioning System here, we've got GPS system here, so that's going to give us a topic overview. Couple of things that are going to be really important. First of all, we need to keep track of our sources. So if we do our citations, we click here on the right on Citations Tools, and you can see that it will do the citation for you. And you can also pull this down, and it can be either MLA or APA. It will do both. So you can switch it to whatever you need to. You can either copy and paste it, or you can also, if you, through your OneDrive or through a Google Drive, you're able to export that information. So makes it nice and easy, all the citations done completely for you, which is great. You can also do some highlighting and notes. You can send the whole article to your Google Drive or OneDrive here. You can share it in whatever way. You can translate it, which is a nice feature. There's a lot of different languages that you can translate into. And you can also have it read to you. So just by clicking on listen, the article can be read to you. So again, this is going to be a general overview of the topic. So in this case, this one was kind of brief. So we might go to a different one that gives us a little bit more information. Let me go back one more here. You can see that there will also be images, videos that you might watch, again, and it's going to click on more to get more there. Videos, audio, so there are 152, they're usually National Public Radio, where they're doing interviews with somebody about the topic. There are newspaper articles and academic journals, 680. So let's say you need 5 different sources. You can get your 5 different sources from this one database, because there's magazine articles. There's a lot of information there. And you can also put additional information. So if we did GPS tracker, which is one of those that came up, or we can put in additional, how about just GPS technology? We can put in additional search terms that will help us narrow and get even a better topic results. Now I want to go back to the Avon High School page to show you something else that might be helpful to you. We've got 2 more things. One is Student Resources and Context. It's made by the same company that did the science in context, but you may have slightly different results based upon the articles that are available in the database. So that's always another good place to check. Some of them might be similar, but some of them might be different. Might have some biographies of people who created it. There's some primary sources, additional images, videos. There's some additional information here. So that's another place to look. And I've got one more spot for you. This Gale Virtual Reference Library will also have some information. So I can go to each one of these to see about my computing innovation and to put that information in there. And we'll put this in. And here we have a nice topic overview here. And again, all of these are very similar in that you'll have the citation tools and everything available for you. I want to show you one other tool that might be helpful to you, and this is called Scribble. And it's spelled S-C-R-I-B-L-E, so just one B in there, scribble.com. And you will need to create an account for it. But this one is a really cool tool where you might be Googling something. So let's say I Google GPS. Let's see what comes up. And the first thing that comes up for me is a .gov site. So a .gov site is going to be a government-sponsored site that should provide pretty good information. Remember that when we're doing research for school, we're avoiding Wikipedia. That might be a good place to get ideas from about different computing innovations, but it's not going to provide you necessarily accurate information, so it's not considered a citable source. There might be some other things in here as well. We're not going to use things that are .coms usually. Garmin.com and BestBuy.com are actually just trying to tell you or sell you something about GPS, but this .gov site is pretty good. Now let me show you how this works within Scribble. So what you can do with this is you can add the Scribble toolbar, and once that's been added to your Chrome extension, if I say, oh, okay, I want to save this in my Scribble site, you can see that it is saving for me now. And when I go back into Scribble, sometimes it takes a little bit to get it to go. Let's see here. Oh, there's my Scribble toolbar. I can do some really cool things on here. If I find things that I'd like to highlight, I can highlight them, and it will save it for me. If I want to do a citation, here's my site right here that it's put into here for me. So when I click on that, it'll take me to the site, and it should do the highlighting in there as well once it's been saved for you. I haven't given quite enough time yet to do that. The other thing that you can do is that you can do the citations for it, and it'll do it right within the system. Oops, I'm sorry, that's the tags. So if I click over here on the left-hand side of my screen, you'll see the little spot that says Edit Details for this source. And when I click on that, what it will do is if I'm doing an APA or MLA or Chicago style, again, it'll change that, and you can see right up above here is where my citation is done for me. So not only has it done a citation, but then it has also saved this, and so I can have a long list of websites saved in this one spot. It can also let me, again, mark on the website by using any of this information here. So I've got my highlighter, change colors. Okay, that might be important. I'm just going through and clicking randomly stuff. And it'll even do a thing with quotes on it for you as well. So that's called Scribble, S-C-R-I-B-L-E, and it's another good tool that can help you kind of organize your sources, put everything in one spot, and then also allow you to mark on the different websites and do the citations for you. There's one more thing. If you have several sources in here, it will do a bibliography for you. So again, that you check the boxes that you want done, you click on that, and it'll create a whole bibliography for you of sources. So hopefully the databases through the library system, the Scribble tool, both of those can work together to help you create your computing innovations project. So good luck on it. If you need help, please don't hesitate to ask me for help finding your sources. You can email me or Schoology message me, and I'd be happy to help with whatever I can. Thank you for your time.